Milestone 3. Milestone 3 is a culmination. So we will be putting together the worksheet for Eagle Inc. for the month ending July 31st, 2018. So we'll be entering the balances from the general ledger from those T accounts, Milestone 1. We'll be performing adjusting entries from from module 7, and then we'll complete the closing process and put in the necessary information there. Now, let's take a look at milestone 3. So if you notice all the way, well, first of all, you've got your name. So you want to make sure you put your name in there, in the name portion. You have your name there. This is a self-grading worksheet. Now, all the way over to the left, we've got all of our accounts. We're going to be inputting the information into the yellow highlighted cells. So as you notice, on the far left, we've got all of the accounts that we'll be working with. If we scroll down a little bit, we'll see we'll have the balances at the bottom. So what will happen is that the first portion will do a trial balance. This is where we're going to take all of the balances from our T accounts, our general ledger, the balances for those accounts, and we're going to actually input those here to do what's called a trial balance. That's our initial balance of our accounts for our business, Eagle Inc. So for example, if we go back to milestone 1 and look at our ledger, and we go to, let's say, for example, our common stock account. So if we remember on July 1st, the business was started with $60,000, right, in exchange for $60,000 of common stock. So if we go to our accounts, we'll see common stock. We'll see a corresponding cell for that. We put in the 60,000 because that's the balance for the common stock. So we get it correct. Now, as you see at the very bottom, it actually totals up all of the credits and it totals up all of the debits. So that's why when you look at the bottom, it says 60,000, but it tells us to try again because we do not have the correct total amount. We have the correct balance for the common stock account. Now, as we mentioned in module 7, we've got 2 adjusting entries to make. Now, we'll do one of these adjusting entries. So let's look at on July 31st, sent invoice to customer for work done July 30th for $2,000. Now, we're finding this out that we've actually performed work July 30th. We're sending an invoice. So we're actually sending the customer an account receivable for the $2,000. So we go here to our adjustments because we have to adjust for this. We're closing our books for the end of the month and we realize that we've actually done some work and we've sent an invoice. So we've got to correct this by doing our adjustment. So we've got our account receivable, $2,000. Now we've got to adjust our service revenue because we realize, okay, we did some work. We haven't recorded it. We've sent the invoice, right? So we're waiting to receive payment. So we've done our adjustment for our service revenue, right? And for our accounts receivable. Now, the next item that we will need to do is what's called the adjusted trial balance. So after we've completed these adjustments, we need to calculate the balances again for all of our accounts. Remember, we're still working with all of these accounts over on the left, and we're going to get their balances again after we've accounted for the adjustments. So we've accounted for the adjustments. So that's why it's called our adjusted trial balance. So we're going to balance again. This is another checkpoint that we use in accounting to make sure that our debits and credits are matching. As we move along, once we finish the adjusted trial balance, we can actually start putting together our financial statements. And we can actually start putting together our balance sheet. And we've got our income statement. We can calculate net income. And we have this retained earnings. Now, remember, the business did start on July 1st. So it's a new business. So there were no profits from before because the business just started. So this is our milestone 3.